Every universe in Dragon Ball has a god of destruction. Their job isn't to protect life, it's to remove it. When a planet, species, or entire civilization goes wrong, the god of destruction erases it to make room for something new. 12 universes, 12 gods, each with their own personality, style, and quirks. Some are lazy, some are terrifying, some are just weirdos with cosmic power. Let's walk through every god of destruction, from Universe 1 to Universe 12. Iwan, the god of destruction of Universe 1. Iwan looks like a small cartoonish creature with a big head and glowing eyes. His universe is one of the highest mortal-level universes in the multiverse, which means most of the work is already done for him. To put it in perspective, Universe 1 has such a high average mortal level that it wasn't even required to participate in the Tournament of Power. Iwan spends most of his time doing very little, and honestly, that's the point. When your universe is peaceful, destruction isn't your day job. Heles, the god of destruction of Universe 2. Heles is elegant, poised, and looks like an Egyptian queen. Universe 2 is themed around love and beauty, and Heles carries that theme with quiet dignity. She's one of the more graceful gods, rarely raising her voice. To put it in perspective, Heles considers destruction an aesthetic choice. If something is ugly enough to disturb the beauty of her universe, it has to go. She doesn't destroy out of anger, she destroys out of taste. Mosco, the god of destruction of Universe 3. Mosco is one of the strangest-looking gods in the entire multiverse. He's essentially a giant mechanical box with lights and antennas. He doesn't even speak directly. His angel, Campari, translates every sound he makes. To put it in perspective, no one outside Universe 3 actually knows what Mosco sounds like, or what he really is inside that machine. He's a mystery, even to the other gods, and he seems fine with that. Quitela, the god of destruction of Universe 4. Quitela looks like a small mouse-like creature, and don't let the size fool you. He's cunning, manipulative, and one of the most cutthroat gods in the multiverse. During the Tournament of Power, Quitela tried to sabotage other universes to get an edge. To put it in perspective, Quitela is proof that a god of destruction doesn't need to look intimidating. Sometimes the smallest ones play the dirtiest games. Arak, the god of destruction of Universe 5. Arak looks like a large owl-like creature with sharp features. His universe is also considered a high mortal level universe, so like Iwan, he wasn't required to compete in the Tournament of Power. Arak is calm, observant, and rarely acts unless something genuinely disturbs universal balance. To put it in perspective, Arak represents the Watcher archetype among the gods. He sees everything. He acts only when necessary. Champa, the god of destruction of Universe 6, and the older twin brother of Beerus. Champa is short, chubby, and always hungry. He's the direct rival of Beerus, and their sibling arguments have caused entire tournaments to happen. Universe 6 is the twin universe to Universe 7, which means it mirrors it in structure, but not in content. To put it in perspective, Champa's Universe 6 has planets that Beerus's Universe 7 doesn't, and vice versa. Every time the twins argue, the multiverse notices. Champa isn't the strongest god of destruction, but he's easily one of the most personality-driven. Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7. Beerus is the god everyone knows. Purple, cat-like, moody, and casually planet-shattering. He's been asleep for most of Dragon Ball history, waking up only when hungry or bored. Beerus was strong enough to fight Super Saiyan God Goku, while holding back most of his power. To put it in perspective, Beerus considers himself the 5th or 6th strongest god of destruction, meaning several gods are canonically stronger than him. That should give you an idea of what the top of this list looks like. Liquiir, the god of destruction of Universe 8. Liquiir looks like a 9-tailed fox humanoid. He's calm, thoughtful, and generally polite. During the Tournament of Power, he was one of the more strategic gods in the stands. To put it in perspective, Liquiir's universe was also a high mortal level universe, which usually means the god has done his job well over the long term. Liquiir is quiet excellence in godly form. Sidra, the god of destruction of Universe 9. Sidra is one of the weakest gods of destruction. He looks like a stocky, flame-topped creature with a nervous, self-doubting personality. Universe 9's mortal level was so low that Zeno erased the entire universe when they lost the Tournament of Power. To put it in perspective, Sidra didn't just fail his job. He failed it so badly that his entire universe was deleted. He's proof that being a god doesn't guarantee greatness. Rumsshi, the god of destruction of Universe 10. Rumsshi looks like a large elephant humanoid, with tusks and a proud demeanor. He was arrogant, boastful, and constantly bragging about his fighters during the Tournament of Power. To put it in perspective, Rumshi's universe was also erased when it lost the tournament. All that bragging didn't help him when the buzzer went off. He was one of the most memorable gods of destruction to fail publicly. Belmod, the god of destruction of Universe 11. Belmod looks like a colorful clown with sharp features and an unsettling smile. He rules the universe that produced Giin, the strongest mortal in the multiverse. Belmod is calm, calculating, and completely devoted to his belief in true justice. To put it in perspective, Belmod's universe has one of the highest mortal levels of any surviving universe, thanks largely to Giin. His job as a destroyer is nearly obsolete because his mortals do the work themselves. Giin, the god of destruction of Universe 12. Giin looks like a strange hourglass-shaped creature with a small body and a giant head. His universe has the highest mortal level in the entire multiverse, which means Giin is essentially the least active god of destruction in existence. To put it in perspective, Giin's universe was so well-behaved that he was excused from the Tournament of Power. He's the god who has almost nothing to destroy, and that alone puts him at the top of the mortal level chart. Now let's talk about power. The gods of destruction are ranked by strength, and Beerus is not at the top. According to Whis, and confirmed in Dragon Ball Super, the strongest gods of destruction include Beerus, Champa, Liquiir, Belmod, Iwan, and Vermud, with several of them officially stronger than Beerus. To put it in perspective, if Beerus is the 5th or 6th strongest, then there are gods of destruction whose power we haven't even seen fully displayed. Belmod, in particular, is widely believed to be stronger than Beerus based on official commentary. The gods you see the least are often the ones you shouldn't underestimate. Their shared traits. Every god of destruction shares a few key traits. They can use Hawkeye, the destruction technique that erases anything they choose from existence. They can also use God Key, which mortals can't normally sense. Every one of them is paired with an angel who serves as their attendant and teacher. To put it in perspective, the angels are actually stronger than the gods they serve. If a god of destruction misbehaves, the angels can freeze them, restrain them, or even replace them. The gods aren't the top of the chain. They just get the flashy title. Their weakness. Gods of destruction are bound to their supreme kais. If the supreme kai of a universe dies, the god of destruction dies too. It's the ultimate balance system. Destruction and creation are literally chained together. To put it in perspective, this is why the gods can't just erase the supreme kais they disagree with. Doing so would end their own existence. Even gods have a leash, and that's every god of destruction in Dragon Ball. 12 universes, 12 destroyers, each with their own strengths, weaknesses, and personalities. Some are lazy, some are ruthless, some are downright bizarre, but they all share the same job, keeping the multiverse in balance by removing what shouldn't be there. If you want to see every angel in Dragon Ball explained next, check out my other video.